You shouldn't let where you go to uni or what you study define you or give you value.
Not sure if there's this phenomenon in the world, but in Hong Kong, it seems like where you go to uni or where you go to school really defines who you are. They even have stereotypes for what each person going to each uni would be like. And it seems like they didn't have really great things to say about my uni, especially amongst the locals. So that's why I just refuse to be defined by my university. I went out to join all of these extracurriculars.
Actually, a lot of that was driven out of my insecurity. In that process, actually, I changed my entire view on pursuing these activities.
I used to do it just for the CV, so in interviews I could have some experience to talk about, but I've learned to enjoy the process. I learned to host and facilitate presentations, an MC for events as a student ambassador. I learned to build up arguments and research different topics and critically analyze an issue in debate competitions, mooting competitions. On my international exchange to Milan, it actually changed my entire worldview, and going to the Model United Nations with 2,000 people just made me realize how big the world was and what other issues there are. In joining startup competitions and building businesses, I've learned to identify the need and problems in the market and try to solve them in an innovative way.
And that's why I make content nowadays. I want to help you refuse to be defined by your circumstances.
It actually really breaks my heart to see when people won't try certain things because they feel inferior to other people or think they don't deserve it.
I've always loved to make content ever since I was young, but I felt that there wouldn't be reasons why people would listen to me. All of the YouTubers I seem to follow went to Cambridge, Oxford, Ivy League schools, or they have PhDs. And some people who have corporate jobs made 6 figures a year, big glitzy law firms, they quit and then they come here on the internet to tell you about how they made it or like why they left. But I felt like I didn't have that, and why would people listen to me?
But the fact that I have the confidence now to be on a platform to speak to you about my transformation is the reason why you shouldn't belittle yourself.
My journey in overcoming those insecurities, self-doubt, maybe people's belittling, gave me a strong foundation for my future work. I won't be pursuing a career just because people say that's what I'm supposed to do. For example, wow, you're a lawyer. I won't be doing that just for the sake of hearing people say that. You know, sometimes I say that I study law and people have this look on their face. It's like, wow, you study law. Back then, I used to get a little kick out of it, but for my future endeavors, I know that that won't be my driving force anymore, and I want to be true to myself. I used to wonder why people feel so passionately about something. For example, it could be climate change, sustainability, or, big world issues, going to third world countries and helping children there, being missionaries. I grew up in a society in Hong Kong where money, power, and prestige is really the emphasis. People might say that, oh, they're in the sustainability club, or they lead good causes, or they volunteer, but I just felt like it's something they're doing to put it on their CV. I used to be like that too. And just to get their foot in the door to these big corporations, because, these firms, they value diversity. They really want to see you caring about your community, but that didn't come out of them actually caring about the issue, more like they were just doing it to impress people. But after going on exchange, after me finding faith, finding God again, I knew that my purpose in life is not to please people or impress people and earn a lot of money, live in a nice house, wear nice clothes, but it's to serve other people. Being able to put aside myself and look to the needs of others, which has led me to coming to the UK to serve. Having a service-driven mindset when it comes to considering a career has really helped me find where I'm supposed to go. For example, I used to just want to work for big corporations just to make money. But now I'm actually considering international nonprofits like the UN, or in public policy making, or in content creation, where I just talk about my reflections on what I've learned in uni and in life.
just because I want to use the skills I've built up and my experience to inspire and help others.
If you're in university now and you're not really sure what's the next step, or you're thinking about dropping out of uni, but you don't really have a clear direction, I would just suggest that you take up more extracurriculars and try to build skills, because those are the things that would help you reach your dream, regardless of whether you know what you're pursuing yet. I picked up content creation, I picked up public speaking skills, video editing skills, presentation skills, like so many skills that I can use right now. Don't let your friends talk you out of pursuing things that you actually really want. And people might call you, and people might think maybe people would think you're a little bit crazy for pursuing those things, but I promise you it will be so worth it in the end. And if you're pre-university, consider, why are you studying the subject you want? Are you just there to please your parents, please your friends, to impress people? Or are you studying that degree because it would help you help people more? Maybe first think about what problem you would like to solve in the world. You guys can check out the organization called 80,000 Hours that promotes finding a world problem that you are passionate about first, and then building up skills and expertise in that field so that you can go solve that problem. If you're out of university like me and there's a clear path waiting for you with a very stable job, but you're not really sure if that's your passion, or you already know that's not really for you, then I urge you to really go find something, a volunteering experience, another job, just so you could broaden your horizon, because it is so not worth it spending 30 and 40 years of your life in something you feel so unhappy about, and then you'll just end up using money or other means to
Fill that void in your heart.
Finally, something that has really helped me break out of my shell is my faith. At the end of the day, why we're always trying to impress people, we feel that we're not enough. But there is a God who has created you with a purpose. By being here on this earth means that God already values you, because he thought the world needed one of you. And because he created you, he can tell you what you are made for. And you are not made to live for yourself, but you're made to live for God and to serve other people. And so if you're lost about your future direction, God is a really good place to start. Start by praying, God, please, I'm so lost about my future career. Can you please help me figure it out? If in your heart you feel like you're pursuing a glamorous career just to impress people, then be willing to let that go and ask God, what is really for me? I'm not saying this to you if you really feel passionate towards, say, a professional field. But if you're just doing this to impress people, then be willing to let that go, because all of the money, all of the prestige will not satisfy in the long run. That was a lot of information. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be making some guides soon and making content every day about my volunteering or some of the reflections I have on faith. See you there. Bye.